Let's go. So, Arkansas fans, you asked for a part two. You want me to do the second half of this Arkansas-Kent State game, and that's what we're going to do because you guys have been showing me love. Let's do it. The only thing I ask in return is you show up to our Thursday night live stream, 6 p.m. Central. If we get over 50 viewers live and in the chat, we'll give out this KJ Jefferson card. This is where you need a wider angled view, and if you're at the game and you shot this play, I would love to see if this wide receiver actually beat this corner here at the bottom of the screen, because if he did, this is a touchdown. This safety is all the way over here, so it's impossible for me to know. It looks like this corner was just giving him a pretty good outside release, so I would love to know. It looks like they're pretty even right here, too, and the quarterback is actually looking in this direction, but what happened? Well, Travis Williams, he's been calling good defenses up to this point. It helps that you're not playing good competition, but teams know that Arkansas had a lot of success with their A-gap pressure, and what happens? Well, everybody goes to the A-gap pressure. The guard lets the three-technique defensive tackle go unimpeded to the quarterback, Gregory, right here. Arkansas's pass rushers overall haven't really shown me a whole lot up to this point, so we have to scheme up some pressure for Arkansas to get there. And you see that three people, actually two, pick up the A-gap blitzer, but lets Gregory go untouched. He's got to make this sack right here. This is an immobile quarterback who's not that great. In fact, he's even given himself up. You've got to bring him down right here because, look, if he actually just resets his feet, and you could just see right here, this is not good coaching and effort at all by Kent State. They just kind of let this blitzer go. Look, they just gave up. And if they didn't give up and just hold these blocks, maybe the quarterback is able to reset his feet and find someone down the field. But still, a really good call and just not the absolute best execution. So you get the sack, and now we're in the second half. And once again, on the third down play before this, I want you just to see this photo again because a lot of you attacked me for saying, well, I'm not sure if Arkansas wins this game without KJ Jefferson. He had another Superman run to make this a 4th and short, and I thought he got a bad spot. So I honestly thought this should have been a first down anyway. But now Arkansas runs an absolutely awful play. I don't know why teams continue to do this. LSU's been doing this as well. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in the box. I never like motioning the tight end, the wide receiver tighter because I want the field to be spread out at least some. As you can see, there's just too much traffic here. And we let this guy, the tight end, actually blocks down right here, and Arkansas is just letting this guy go untouched. I'm not sure if Tesla was supposed to block down here, but this is just awful, awful execution by Arkansas and a bad play call altogether. You're giving an unblocked blitzer a chance right here just to run an unblocked edge defender right here just to squeeze this play down, and then you miss a block here on the backside. 37's able to squeeze through here as well. That's just too easy. That is horrible execution, especially if Sam Pittman's strength is the offensive line. The run blocking has been terrible. And once again, Kent State being a bad team and just a bad offense altogether. I understand that they are replacing all new talent, and they had a really good offensive coordinator or head coach go be the OC at Colorado. But this is just awful. This guy leans and lets pretty easy A-gap pressure just run right through here. And this is why sacks are probably the most overrated stat. This quarterback right here, you don't want to roll out to the right. You want to step up into the pocket because if he just steps up and sprints right through here, he's got a chance. Instead, he rolls out to the right. Landon Jackson is just completely out of this play, and because of the pressure up the middle, Landon Jackson's able to get a quarterback pressure added to his name when it should have been credited to 9. The redshirt senior, he had a good game. So, once again, their quarterback's terrible. Their offense is terrible. And it really helps out right there. Once again, it's 3rd and 2. And it's just exactly what we've been saying. You can't run with your running backs. your running backs aren't really making anything happen, so you just got to run with KJ, who is your best running back when Rocket isn't there. And you get a 3rd and 2, perfectly blocked play. Good job by the pullers to get this run going. And once again, these are just shots that KJ's just taken. One thing I would bring up is one big style change in college football from the skill guys and just anyone in general is having the big undershirt. And that actually slows KJ Jefferson down right here. I saw this happen to LSU's Jane Daniels and a lot of people. That is one of the main reasons he got caught right there. All right, once again, you're struggling on 1st and 2nd down, and it's going to take KJ doing something special on 3rd and 6. And I do fear that Arkansas is lacking just some overall talent outside of KJ, okay? 72 is just getting blown right back into the quarterback, so we need KJ to reset his feet. Nobody's really open, and look at what he decides to do here. All right, he sets his feet and actually fires this in. And this is, I mean, Tesla's just been amazing for Arkansas. This catch is as good as you'll see. All right, I know it's a little pixelated, but I want you to just see. I mean, number one, this is just an amazing catch by Tesla, but just the creativity right here by KJ, even with his knee being on the ground and not even being on his feet, KJ was still able to fit that football in there. And you'll see it about right here. This is when KJ, and good job by Tesla not giving up on the play, is absolutely ridiculous ball placement. It really freaking is. Look at that. Once again, it is not a good sign if you're in 3rd and long this many times during the course of the game. And it's not a good sign if a quarterback continues having to make absolutely phenomenal, ridiculous plays such as this one, okay? The first mistake I see here is actually from DeBinion. I feel as if in this spot, I want at least a little bit of a chip right here. Okay, so DeBinion does a good job. He sees that there's no blitzers, just jolting right up through the middle. So if I am jumping to the outside, I think he kind of spooked 75 right here. Get a little piece of him. Help him out when you're going out on this flare. Give him a little shoulder. Give him a little chip is the terminology there. So, second thing. This is an extremely long drop right here by KJ Jefferson here. I mean, what is that? 5 yards back in a shotgun formation. It's a little deep. Quarterback coaches, feel free to correct me on that. So it makes it harder for this right tackle to give all this ground. Then the running back doesn't give you a chip, and KJ just kind of has himself in a tough spot. If you're playing a better team and they're doing this rush 3, drop 8 stuff, this is kind of 2-down territory where you really don't want to punt. You also really don't want to take a sack. Right here, I am fine with KJ just hitting this drag. I'm fine with just hitting a check down. Once again, it gets cut off right here, so we have no idea what's open. But once again, if you're able to do this, okay? I don't know how he got out of that. I really don't. Then he has to get the football back, find his way through this 3-man rush, and then this, I mean, God, I've run out of words to describe this guy. Okay, I really have. And my LSU subscribers hate how much I freaking love KJ Jefferson. I mean, look at this. Look at this. He's falling forward like Jerome the Bus Bettis. He was down, but he kept his feet churning, and he turns this into a 4th and short. Think about all that energy KJ Jefferson had to expend to get Arkansas in this spot, and he has had all these runs that you guys saw in part 1. So guess what? Well, we're not going to trust anybody else other than KJ Jefferson. And the funny thing about it is this actually isn't a bad defensive alignment for this play. I wouldn't be shocked if this actually should have been a pitch right here. I'm guessing it is a run to the left because there's a puller, But if this was like one of these kind of, jump passes, not jump passes, one of these little jet sweeps right here, Armstrong's probably getting the corner for a huge gain. All right? Either way, they're pretty good numbers-wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, 6, 7, and a safety who's probably going to be feeling pretty heavy once he sees this puller. Okay? So now the blocks have to be good. You're trusting a true freshman here to make this block. He turns to the inside. I'm really impressed by Haas's football IQ. And now it is one-on-one, this safety and this player to stop KJ Jefferson on 4th and short. And what does he do? He lowers his head and picks up that extra yard where most quarterbacks would have been stopped short. Really good stuff by KJ Jefferson. He's just reading the game really well, okay? 3rd and 8. You don't have to pick up all the yards here. Just hit the tight end, nice little angle route from Haas, and just pick up the first down. Excellent, excellent, excellent stuff. And then 2nd down and 7. Once again, you got to get more than 3 yards on first down. It was just too much of that from Arkansas. Play action. So guess what? We're going to roll KJ Jefferson out to the left side, take on this unblocked player right here. He's unblocked by design, by the way. Some ends are going to see this a little bit quicker, especially if your run game's not working. And that could be an absolutely huge sack right there in this spot. But luckily, this end bit on the run fake. Still, he's unblocked, fast player. He's right in KJ's grill. And then, obviously, throwing on his off foot. Look at where this ball is placed. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Okay? And you'll see it right here. I mean, the end zone copy just gives you a whole lot of respect for what KJ does for this team. I mean, look at this. Look at where this ball is placed on a freaking line. It's an NFL-level throw. It couldn't have been Mahomes himself. Mahomes himself would have been like, yeah, I couldn't have placed a ball better than that one. Okay? Now, obviously, KJ's not Patrick Mahomes, but it was a Mahomesian throw right there. One he should make, but it was absolutely perfect. Good stuff. Alrighty, so hope you guys enjoyed this. I promise you an insane KJ stat, and once again, you see in the background, A-gap blitz. Running back can't pick up Chris Paul, and he's able to make, obviously, a nice play here on 2nd and 4. But here is the KJ stat. He was the number 1 Power 5 quarterback, according to Pro Football Focus, for this week's game versus Kent State. Yes, he had a higher grade than every other single quarterback who played this weekend. And I'm telling you, you guys slaying me in the comments section. Well, we would have won the game with Jacoby Criswell, and I think he would have done enough to win the game. You totally missed the point. I got accused of clickbait and all that stuff. I don't really care. I've been doing this long enough to deal with the naysayers. You're missing the point, okay? Arkansas probably does still win this game with Jacoby Criswell, but it's close. The reason why it's close is because it took another KJ superhuman performance to keep this game out of reach. We'll see how things go versus BYU. But then again, this is your team, all right? Now, this I don't mind. The DB actually turned his head to try and make a play on the ball. This was just an absolutely perfect throw. You were able to follow up with a nice 4th down stop, so I do give you credit there. Did help that there was, I think, a bad snap on one of these plays. Still, hope you guys enjoyed this. And, yeah, don't forget, Hog Live Thursday night. We're giving out the KJ card, and we'll see you there. It is Power Hour SEC. Bah! And tonight, we're doing lemon pepper chicken wings. Let's go.